We're going to go through the different issues covered by the legal health check in more detail now. The more familiar you are with the menu, the more flexible and useful it will be in your work. If you haven't already done so, download the basic legal health check and the mini legal health check postcard now and follow along.
There are different legal health checks for different types of clients, but for now we'll consider the basic version. Many clients will identify about 3 issues using the legal health check. It includes the legal issues your clients are most likely to experience and which will cause the biggest problems if they're not sorted out. All of the sections are just an easy ticker box with a small space to write basic details where you think it's relevant.
We start with money troubles. We ask, is anyone chasing you for money? And give some examples. Most of your clients will have debts for loans from businesses like credit providers, mobile phones, electricity providers, government agencies like Centrelink, and state housing providers. Lawyers consider the debts as a whole and also explore whether each debt is lawful or unfair, whether repayment should be reduced or waived. Lawyers can challenge blacklistings, harassment by debt collectors, and threats of court and bankruptcy.
Unpaid fines. In every state, vulnerable individuals have high levels of fines debts. Often they owe tens of thousands of dollars in fines. Most states offer special consideration. Some offer full waivers, some offer flexible repayment rates.
But many of these options are complicated to access, or the response to the client is quite automated. In some states, the consequences of unpaid fines are things like driver's licenses being revoked or even prison. It's important to raise this issue with your vulnerable clients, as in our experience, the client will not ask about it themselves. But if you ask using a legal health check, over 60% of vulnerable clients owe fines debts and want them sorted out.
Housing. The questions around housing cover issues like return of bond, whether evictions have been lawful, goods that have been left behind, unpaid rent, decisions about public housing, and blacklists. Crime. Under crime we ask, are you due in court? And there's a question about outstanding warrants.
It's always better for a client to turn up and for the court to know something of their life story. Duty lawyers don't always have time to learn this on the day, so seeing a lawyer early helps.
We also ask clients about government decisions which impact them.
Centrelink decisions, the public trustee handling their money, the adult guardian making decisions for them, and doctors administering treatment without consent. These decisions can all be reviewed to reflect the client's current circumstances.
Relationships. There are questions which cover violence in relationships, who is making decisions about and living with any children, divorce, and any concerns clients might have about the way they were treated by adults in institutional settings. We have legal health checks for specific client groups too, with extra questions. The Youth at Risk check asks questions about work and training. The Housing check adds questions about employment. The Mental Health check adds insurance and work claims. And the Refugee check asks about motor vehicle and visa issues.